10 pins pub, December 21st. Yeah, okay. Good job, Madam Speaker, I say. Rip every tile in Odomium and roots out to the other devils come hiding under them. I heard there's gonna be a big shipment of her party meds coming in. I got a friend at the procedure office. Maybe he get me some meds first, and I'll see if I can get some for you. Cheers. You were struggling one day when when you got introduced to the army, and then you went to the exemplars, and now you're here after the end of the war, just like me, too infected with nothing left. Who are you calling infected? I can fight. I'm not like you. I'm not afraid to die. Bleh. The other branches look at the staggering soldier. A coin flies across his face and lands on the bar counter. A haggard figure grabs him by the shoulder. He's drunk. Take him home. I've got the bill. Don't mind what they said, madam. He's just telling the truth, Lieutenant. I'm retired too, but suit yourself. Sure, as for your question, it doesn't matter if I was talking to one whose name on the warrant, or reunion, or anybody else. The workers want to do something for our home. I can't just stand by and watch everything get worse. Certainly, times call for urgent measures. That's how things have always been for us. Just friendly advice. I've seen what medicine from Utopia source can do. I watched a soldier collapse into his drink a couple days ago. I performed emergencies on him during the war. That time, he survived, but this time, it was the last checkup he ever got. You're a kind soul. The apothecary in my neighborhood says he can remember how many came to him for poison during the war. I don't remember everyone I've ever treated, of course. I've seen so much in my time as field medic, but at least I get to see those who walk out the field hospital again. Spend our time drinking here, and you begin to recognize the face in the crowd that you've seen before, even if it was only once. I know some doctors, the Rhode Islanders. Maybe you need their help. You forget that I'm a physician myself. What do you think of the exemplar? It's asking a lot, getting all burdened to remember something that long ago. Oh my god, hi Blue! Okay, oh my god, the chat's not working. Why the chat's not working? You see now? Huh? Okay, now it works. And how are you, Blue? It's an ancient story. Even to me, all I remember is that decades ago, when kids would brag about this and that, they wouldn't be tossing around the names of dukes. It was exemplars. There were a lot of heroes, a lot of them lost. No, what I mean is, I know what you wanted to hear, but I don't have anything else for you. Sorry. Most people in the exemplars aren't soldiers. You can compare them to the old ones. We didn't start celebrating here in the city when the dukes defeated the Sargas. That's the end of it. I'm feeling the meaning yesterday. It what? It better not have been. The monster of high. Leave his trap inside with the sarcasm. Nobody if they do. Okay, that's good. Nobody knew if they do. Also, you can tell thanks if he's poisonous on us. That's interesting. Nobody if the Dukes would spend the next 2 months talking before they entered the city. Nobody knew what would come from what from us. It was the simplest game. No one can take what he did. In London journalist, Catherine paused. She noticed the officer in hand dribbling the dim light of the tavern. He reaches into his pouch, trying to find something, but finally sighs and takes a big swig from his mug. This day, this I mean, food, very yummy. So I don't understand that. And to be honest, those things on the bushes do look yummy. These days, the only contribution most of us make is to the business of the city, drinking establishment. Thankfully, the county owners here don't throw out loitering drunkards. After all, most of those who fight tooth and nail to get home no longer have homes at all. Too hard, one victory. Here is his mug, but Catherine does not do the same. I'm afraid you found the wrong drinking partner. I have an appointment to keep, and I intend to be sober for it. You're drunk, medic. Leave the alcohol to your later days. I've heard the rumors about the exemplars. Why don't you talk to the speaker directly? Catherine gets up, goes around the other patrons, not at the owner behind the counter, and disappears behind a door in the corner, oscar by boxes. What makes you think I haven't? He looks in the direction where Catherine went. It leads to a forgotten corner of the city. The defense force patrol went in many times, but never found anything. None of my business. He waved the project appropriator over for another drink. I've not been the edge of the city. I was gonna make more difference away from home. And then, like, mm, so you ate it. So wait, you ate a poison, a plant poison, because you were born? What? So now I can't understand expertise. And yeah, I think I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's poisonous or not. But then it shares sent two messages. I asked the messenger, and both came from the underground pub. But Delphine said she made a Russian for all surviving soldiers of Duke Windermere ships. Are you sure we don't want to check out the street that Delph and talk about first? No, let's go in. I followed behind Vina and let her open the door because I was still used to kicking them in. The Glasgow gang never, ever caused trouble in Ochterbourg. Vina said we were just getting drunk with some only surplus friends, but I never knew there was a lot in her mind. Ah, got it. Pretty interesting actually. She had made arrangement to some factories in Russia to refine it, organ reserved for the winter. But words, exemplars, was always there at the bottom of our old friend. Deal. You're gonna answer my question, frankly and truthfully, right? As long as you beat me at arm wrestling, bro. Piece of cake. Hmm. I figured my injury wouldn't be a problem. I know what you want to ask. We should dispense the exemplars. Oh, Okay, I guess it's no. She even came to see us in the clothes that she wore when we fought together. If that's not sending a message, I don't know what it is. Then she said she didn't want to draw that much attention. That's what it's that's what it's in all the books. You wouldn't get it. Yeah, models are cute. They are very much cutie. What you see here is the section. The examples are suffer from the lingering war wounds. With medicine short supply, alcohol represents one of the few sources of comfort in a bond system. While some are here for information, most are here all day and night because they simply have nowhere to go, nowhere else to go. Is this why you wrote to me? To stand up for them? No, I see you've not read my letter. I'm sorry, there's been so much going on. You used to be more straight forthcoming, Madam Speaker. If you think the exemplars are calling for you to pay more attention to veteran welfare, I can tell you that you're wrong. They're waiting for your next order. Hmm? Even I've talked to you for the past 2 months, believe that stage has grown since becoming speaker, that she's getting even better as a leader. And the question they ask the most is, where do we go next? Are you telling me to continue to send them to bleed and die instead of trying to make life better for them? You never truly saw yourself as a leader. You saw them as equals, as comrades in arms. I respect you for that, but it's also where you have failed in your responsibilities. Forgive my frankness, but for many of them, what I felt of their life will never know the great, the great happiness. Then the taste of victory they enjoyed as exemplars. He grabbed his mug and tried to take a swing, where he slipped from his hand and fell to the ground. Near the bookstore chair, whose eyes were red as he takes a deep breath, trying to keep himself under control. He takes out the coin, puts it on the table, and raises his hand to the proprietor, upon looking at him. And its part, the proprietor simply goes about cleaning up the mess upon about the island. And more of the same, please. Where were we, Madam Speaker? I never got along well with the Lieutenant Shower for a long time, and I faced knocking and dizzy had cemented my impression of him. I felt medic, stubborn, but largely calm and dependable. The surgeon's hands brought me back from the brink of death. You, why? The grueling effect of an injury. It was one hell of a battle, wasn't it? It was in his hand that was injured. I remember it well. He sat straight and tall. I thought he had recovered with Delphine's help. As he said, though, it was one hell of a battle we fought to return to London. Oh my god, the battlefield. One of those at the city wall, September. Any news about the situation in the city? Unclear. As of yesterday, the military commission still has a very heavy presence in important areas. If the royal court elites deploy around the wall and stand up with the dukes, however, the Jerusalem would simply stands a better chance. The shit's gone on 10 days already. When are the dukes gonna charge? If the party is to minimize caution amongst the allied force, then besieging the city in the way, particularly with the Duke of Wellington position so uncertain. But they're playing the life of innocent citizens if they drag on much longer. And they will be okay with taking over an empty city. If the truth about the situation here get out, nothing gets out. They not allow anything to happen under control. People often underestimate people often underestimate the looks, but the truth is they have never changed. It's like how they treated the steam knights. Is only one example. I can't say I know all of them well, but I knew my own mother. It This is the first thing to go out in the window when dealing with a matter of shared interest. The focus had already shifted to how to achieve the short stick as the joint staff meeting last night, so they already said this outcome. Like that, and then squad, Siege, I'm going to try that Professor Bassett shining chair with us again. I'll be back. Vina, I promise. Go. You can let her go like that? I'll keep an eye on you like that. Now's not the time to play the hero. Well, you better not fall behind then, Hannah. Nothing. You know they from Feast in Rock. They featured the backup access point when the walls was first built, but they can find a bridge to get close with all the Sarkas patrol. The doctor team is trying to give us an opening. One fan attack is all it takes to create an opening, but the area doesn't plan to attack at all. Correct. Delphine, can you guarantee that you find a way inside into the gap in the Sarkas line? Yes, I need help. We can try persuade the Dukes again. Fina shakes her head. Give me 2 hours. I'll pull a squad with decent art skills and some battering drones will find an attack on the access port at N12 to draw their attention. You take the rest of them. No, you'll be going to your death. Shit like Brentwood, the glory at Silver Rock Bluff, we were going to our own death each and every time. But someone has to do it. I'm with you, Vina. There is no answer from Vina. Morgan noticed a strange look on her face. Vina? Urgent message from doctor. Long Shini just went into work to the encampment. Who's Long Shiny? There were many things on the battlefield that I didn't understand. Calm and storm, victory and defeat. Everything happened so fast. After the aliens had besieged the city for 10 days, the Gastro, which had long departed the local aliens camp, suddenly moved into the heart of the alien position. For the first time in a very long while, those who were listening to the aliens come tunnel heard the voice of the old Duke. The Gastro should restore the Empire glory. Guns went blazing. Both sides fight straight at our city walls. City walls, September 25, the 1970 AM. Tell the people behind us, no delay through the trenches. The bulks of the circus force are being lined up at the fronts, but that doesn't mean we have all day. Sir, there's a lot of equipment at the camp that we need time to. There is no time. We can deal with the equipment issue once we get into the city. Some of the wounded can walk on their own. We'll need to carry them by stretcher. You follow the path that Caesar's cliff was. I organize the transfer of the wounded. Now, go! I'll help, sir. I'm more familiar with the situation of individual patients. Plus, I promised them I wanted them to be right. Grab your own share of suppressants and protective gear from the patients. Supplies. Better than nothing at least. The closer we get to the wall, the higher the responsive grace particle density. The wounded will be more dangerous than us. Yes, sir. They say you're not alone in here, sir. Why would you risk your neck like this? Look, another battleship is giving covering fire for the Castells. The Duke of Castor. When did they say that the Duke of Wellington betrayed us and fell out with the Duke of Castor? Shit. Contact is lead. We have sighted a small force of Victorians. Request permission to engage. Who were those? Like, get them. The survivors. Find out what their unit objective is. What happened to the clouds? Fire. The sky lights up with the fire on the city wall. The first wave of purple flame came from the bow of the castle, gushing towards the wall of Londinium, and again, like the cold wave of death that splashes against the surface of Iberia. It fell upon the, I don't know how to read that, before sheer burning away the Londinium walls are alight, ignited by Jocko's fire. The Sarkaz defender became kindling for the purple inferno. They're dead? Careful, the fire has cleared the path, but it's a threat to us too. Ha! In the distance, they see the figure of on the withered throne fading in and out of the purple flame. Gunfire from the ship rolling beside it. On the walls, death, ignited death. Beneath the walls, the living walk among the ashes of the dead. This is a war that will shock all the coronation. It is not the number of casualties that will just them the most, but how many people both sides are actually fighting on through the city of Londonium itself. It's a long way home for you. Hey, fight. Alcohol and place more. Yeah. Hmm. Sport vessel. Radio will capture power and not simplify by to protect its cargo. This is not so much of physical damage that all units in the fixing one trying defeating jobs landing gear. Hmm. Push like here. Oh my god, the damage. Uh, okay. I guess maybe I'll have you here. No. Okay. Might lost some things, but it's fine. Oh. What's this again? Constantly find out about who breaks the code so they're in full car. Blah blah blah. Okay, now it's just the stupid drone. I'll have another dog, so that's gonna be an issue. No, that's fine actually. Oh, I'm just gonna do this. There. Lieutenant, Lieutenant, sure, wake up. This is a pair of decent hands reaching out towards him. Hey, Daphne, don't worry, I'll carry you. We need to get back to the fourth position that we captured. We have to move before the circus arrive and fill this place with witchcraft bomb. Hey, thank you for saving my life. No need. It was a brave soldier and nurse, Sarah, who saved your life. She used her arts to protect you, and the others wanted soldier from the witchcraft bomb. Despite her limited experience, it was her. Wait, did she? Don't worry, she just passed it out. You've taken her to the fourth position at the access point, but you've managed. You've all been exposed to high or medium environment for too long. I knew the risk. Is it in reaching the access point? Yes. I saw fire the wall. It's up. Is the battle for the wall over? No. It has only just begun. The Lala is locked in the stand of the local audience, high over the city defensive artillery and daily troops. Is there anything we can do? Break through the access point, create a gap in the wall, and reveal the weakness in the Sarkas line, just like the audience helped us, even if they didn't mean to. Understood. Brilliant. Sure, you are dismissed from this operation. This is an order. Does that come from City? It comes from me. Stand by at the four position. You need to rest. Example 4 position. City wall port access. Then may we call in Savuthing. May the Vaslan keep they keep Orvkind. His people and Ali his well willing yeah, I don't know what does this say. And give them a grace of without in dying. Why are you saying? Cheer up, man. I know we're all hurt, but we're almost done. Maybe we call in somebody saying Victoria Yivi thanks you for whom Victoria Ying we thank kids for overum. Here, you can take you can have the rest of this ration. Couldn't finish it. It's our first breakfast since we came home back home. Got you filled up. Once the rest of our minds make it to the city, we'll show us this who really run Londonium. I don't like that song. What about you, Vina? Don't ask her, she hummed it in her sleep. Hannah, shut your cup and eat up, Indra. I'll take it. If you don't want it, then I'll eat the substance you got hurt attacking the Confessorius passage. Not a chance, it's just a scratch. And a scratch won't do my fist. You're not getting ahead of me this time, like that. Hmm. I'll do another run of patrol and scout ahead. Once I'm done, make sure there's no mistake. The British Commission set up defense at its backup access point. We should have only have been known to the workers who built the wall. This means they know the city much better than expected. I'm back from patrol, Lady Delphine. Spare ration? I haven't had breakfast yet. Lieutenant, I thought you were recovering from your injuries. I'm a medic. I know how to restore a soldier to combat everything as quickly as possible. I understand my own body, Lady Delphine. I'm ready to return to duty. Giving your protective equipment to the wounded can expose us to a high radon environment, and being in close proximity to a witchcraft bomb explosion. You know exactly what all this means, Lieutenant. I do. A blood test is not possible now, but I understand the partial progress of infection. What about it? Is that that is that not normal in this place? He looks around his umbrella circling around the narrow passage. The dust and organ particles all cover their face. Have not diminish the fire in their eyes at all. They know what they're doing, they know the price they will pay, but they're singing with joyous grace. Delphine, do you give the routine permission to return to duty? Delphine can see the painkillers injected that her is trying to hide behind his back. But sufficient access to oripathy suppressors, painkillers are the next best thing to deal with suffering brought on by oripathy. Will you pull through? Of course, Lady Delphine. Never forget, I still have to see you go home and take back what is yours. You didn't need to do this. Neither did you. You want to witness what is this ragtag team cannot fish? What will become of the city, so do I. Very well, Lieutenant. Back to your post. That will let it be once we drive out those devils, Vida. The devils. Better than before, at least. You know what I'd like to see? More flower shots, making the flower cheaper, making it easier for me to find a girl to marry. Maybe a wealthy young woman, or a widow who lost her husband. I want more full for a warmer winter. I want more PlayStations, and I want to become a cop. I want to give, not take. What about you? I, I hope mom's still waiting for me back home. Ha, don't worry, she'll be there to open the door for you. What about you, Nadia? You're gonna stick with us to get the gym back in business, or will you lock yourself away from your tower? You and I, we've got a score to settle, Hannah. Let's go back to the gym together, Vina. Yes, we will. We haven't found Bear yet. One more step into our home. That's one step took us 2 days. We were welcomed by steam inquest from the factories, reaching into the clouds. But many didn't live to see it. They walked into the sun and sing never came out again. Ten pinks, bub. Have one on me, Vina. The devils ran, but they're not dead yet. They still have the tech that filled the city with organ dust. They'll be back, mark my words. And you can bet those nooks won't give a shit about us when something happens again. Like you said, we need to defend ourselves. That's why I don't believe the rumors that they say this war getting disbanded, right, Vina? Do you remember the wishes we made at the access point for the factory boys to return to burn bright as they used to, for the gods on Londonian walls to defend her as they used to, for the door of the police station on Gimsey. Sorry, for the on the London station to be wide open to all, for the police to defy the normals and treat the infected with fairness and justice, for the law of Parliament to be the only rule that only what I hope to see and what I'm trying to bring out. Are you happy with London now? Has she gotten better? I can tell you that I'm not happy. Sorry, you're dodging the question, Madam Speaker. If you choose to do nothing, keep the status of quo of the exemplars. That's entirely fine with everyone. Everybody. Only one is an answer. Will the exemplars continue to exist? This is my answer, Lieutenant. What Parliament fears is your trust in me. Personally, that runs deeper than your trust in Parliament itself. Perhaps the fear that the exemplars will become the private army of Vina Victoria. Will become the glory and honor of the exemplars when that day comes. Well, the day comes when our wishes come true. Thank you. I will inform the Parliament of a liar today. It's not my place to give an answer over the head of Parliament. Let's go, Morgan. Morgan, you go first, Vina. I'll have a couple of rounds with the guys here. Sure. I didn't understand what Vina said that day, but I agreed with the lieutenant. Our surplus karma needs our help. That's why we need to stay on Vina's behalf. I didn't talk to them. Even though she was the speaker, there was so much we could do. For the first time since the war ended, I drank until I passed out. I burned my belly. It was Hannah who found me, and I asked her the question that I could never ask Vina. When can we go home? Back to our gym. The herbs are going well. Jan will be glad. When the farm was rebuilt, it was she who persuaded the engineers to leave behind the damaged lightning equipment and refit to a small greenhouse that didn't draw so much power. Sorry, remind me, where are we going? We were talking about your conditions. You mentioned that you needed a notice significant increase in the strength of your organ arts. Yes, sorry. I'm finding a hard time German exactly. Keep getting distracted. The doctor says organ has made it this way into my brain. Don't tell me I've told you this before too. We're just chatting. You can say anything you want. Anything else that doesn't feel right. Difficulty walking straight. It happens to a lot of people though. Ajax is a common symptom of being infected in London, but I'm not sure what the cause is. I by myself, I've been trying to. It's strange, my organism seems to be changing. Changing? I don't see any other reports of. Oh, never mind. Please continue, Sarah. Are you casting with your bare hands, by the way? I thought I may have told you this already, but that the material to try keeping your condition under control. Hey, you're a warrior, right? Just like Jen said. I just said I can't help it. It's how I search for the war memories into my clouded mind. The battle for the walls. You said you were a nurse, and you were trying to stop a witchcraft ball exploding with your arts, but it didn't work out so well. Yes, I remember I was behind Lieutenant Chew, and the bus threw me off my feet. Next thing I remember, I was in the field hospital, lying next to the other acute infected. I don't know how many witchcraft balls fell upon the exemplars. So many fates turned on their heads in an instant, but I didn't see any of it, and I don't remember any of it. How could things be like this? Sarah? The patient is trembling and begins to cast organ arts without realizing it. Elisa does not know if it's a symptom of post-traumatic stress, but he quickly attempts to direct her attention somewhere. Listen to me, Sarah. Take a deep breath. Can you smell the flowers? You're in a sanatorium. The war is over. The exemplars are home. You're back in Londinium. You're. He paused and looked at the damaged lightning above his head. A strange, unfamiliar city. One that, to his eyes, is not far from a pile of rubble. You're in a place where everything will get better. The alteration of Sarah's orchestral arts is a symptom that has never been observed in other treated. I should ask my colleagues to keep an eye out. I wonder if Jan can get in touch with an international messenger waiting for being later. Regular messages will take too long. Launching these supplies urgently. Huh? Azo, you're here too? Why didn't you stop her? Were you looking for her? Oh, the speaker. The speaker? I saw her coming over the underground pub. That's where I came from. I happened to run into her when she wants to have a drink with old friends. Sounds like she really considers herself your friend. Yeah, if only she considers herself more than a friend. And yes, so I always felt that London can become a better place, that Victoria would be proud of her. Can the speaker really make that happen though? In the end, can you? 5. Oh my god, 30. The factory equipment was being watched by the circus, so the worker tried to borrow Vina's hammer to bash through a secret passage. Guess what? She said yes. Okay, again, multiple times, someone elite. It's not that bad. I think I can do it. No Austrian Rex vehicle factory. There you are, Captain. Here, take a look at this blueprint. OCC has been saying it's pointless to design a new actual dimension dispersion valve, but more and more big guys are gonna roll out from our factory to the other plates of Londinium. I say we ought to make the preparation ahead of time. I don't want to hear people complaining when they find that these things don't have enough powers in the, those shops cited idiots. Stop calling me Captain. This is a factory. We're not in a self-salvation corps anymore. Besides, I'm sure that has been a stuff about it too. You said that it's about saving costs where you can. I know, but it's the youngest one coming after us who would have dealt with any problem. I know how you feel, Martin, but we have to take things one at a time. Closure share a bunch of John's technology with us. I would love to put into our new four-legged crawler, but problems like power supply and automation don't just solve this up. It's all good to have them in the blueprint, but let's take one step at a time, starting with the present. Let's do it all. Dogs away. For now, we get basic version out to meet our present need. File your blueprint of the long-term edition development session. Don't lose it. Its mission is to restore Victoria's technological superiority. With the support of Parliament, the idea should be respected. Whatever you say, we are consulted for them after all. There have been so many new ideas lately that it's getting hard to keep up. People are enthusiastic. They can feel that things are changing because of their ideas. Yes, factory production lines, a railway system that links all the districts and walls in a territory that protects all of Londinium. We can build them the way we want with our own two hands. I could agree with everything else, but please, not the way you want, fist, or we're gonna end up in one big amusement park where the only form of transportation is zip lines. Come on, that's just one. The one that drew the most out amongst the proposals that got shut down. Not all of my ideas are like that. By the way, are you sure the factories wants to keep Bugs in the core workshop? I heard he taken along with you in the old place. His factory has its own technical secrets and there's been friction over competition for orders. Well, that's true. Not all our workers were in the South Salvation Corps, but if Catherine could convince the other factories to join the association in short measures, then there's nothing for us to hide. Somebody, help! Pachi just got pummeled. What? Have you met before, sir? No, exactly, Madam Speaker. The name's Matthew, a humble businessman who owns a little factory. I sent for that to you to speak out about the present situation. You can write to Parliament or seek assistance from the Industry Development Association. I have other things that requires my attention. I've written to Parliament on behalf of a dozen factories that were shut down by desk and unread for the better part of a month. It was the decision of Parliament to shut down a number of factories. You know better than I stated to London Mills Logistic. The burden of one factor's debt can crush hundreds of families in Sudan or Highbury. We're just asking for the scales to be tipped a little towards us, even if this is only a private matter. Workers from factories that have been shut down could not even afford to buy medicine on the black market. This personal worker is worth 10 pieces of machinery. I believe in my workers. There's much they can still do for the city. Meanwhile, invaluable European suppressants are being wasted on dying soldiers on their beds at the sanatorium. What are you on about? Explaining the realities of our economy. You bloody Rita fist found him with nose before she knew it. The man biting a macho grabs his bleeding nose with one hand and searches helplessly for a handkerchief with the other. Blood continues to seep from the gas in his finger, dyeing his clothes red. More and more onlookers gathers, all of them staring at Vina. There's no horses or anger in their eyes, but each of them every gaze reminds you of her helplessness, of her ill timing. I I understand why you're angry, Madam Speaker. I know, but someone has to say that. I assure you, it gives me no pleasure. As part of the self-salvation corps that stayed in the city, you came with the cactus girl, and then you left. When the examples came, and I learned from Catherine that you're the leader, I agreed to turn into the boilers to welcome you up on the second half. But I didn't recognize you when I saw you standing in the middle of the streets dressed like a king, promising a better life to everyone on behalf of Parliament. You knew that some promises could never be fulfilled. You just sacrificed some people to save others, didn't you? She wants to shut him up. She grasped the man by the collar and lifted him off the ground, but she can see his eyes and the eyes of everyone standing around. See herself bobbing with her fist. She wishes she cannot make this problem go away with her fist, the way she used to. She falls out of her pocket and makes a nuggets onto the ground. Been a long time since she has scanned it. She forgot about the box. What's in her pocket? Believe in you, when we are going to shut down and relinquish our organization, but now we can only hope that we are not the ones being marketed for sacrifice. That all problems can be solved by your fist, Siege. Mina, let Matthew go, please. Speaker's office. Matthew reviews don't represent those of all the workers, neither do mine, of course. All I know is that a few friends have reached out to Rhode Island through me, hoping to improve the state of equipment at the sanatorium. We can make the equipment appear out of thin air, but maybe we can make the existing case more efficient. Most workers still support the current medical system, I think. No, you don't have to explain, Fist. I was the one who let the blood get to my head. I learned so much as you could possibly do. Improve medical equipment's effectiveness, reopen the fast transport tunnels, the central heating system under its permission, and let people have benefit from the changing in a short period of time. It's all thanks to how you've given us the green light in front of trouble for us in Parliament. That's my job. How's Catherine? Granny? Well, I doubt she could answer, even if I asked it. She won't even let people see her cough. Otherwise, she's still the same, still busy. Even though she's not working at the factory anymore, I rarely get to see her. I had a conversation with her this last month. She sat on this very chair and turned down my invitation for her to become a member of parliament. The secret workshop that you keep hiding from the sarcasm and the weapon inside. Lord, you don't see it needed anymore. Yes, I have reached a conclusion with Catherine in this matter. As long as you and are able to unite most of the workers, it's not as bad thing for the women to stay under your watch. Parliament is oversight, so do I. The sense of Parliament is yet immature. We're still searching and there are people trying to get something done to it. But sooner or later, they must understand that Parliament was resolved around the king is long gone. Was it when the king was, no, nothing changed with the Parliament. When he was hanged, other than power being transferred from the king to the dukes. It was only recently that the Siren Fellows of the Royal Academies of Science were able to resume work on the Chronicle of Londonium. A million words that took half a lifetime to compile needed encompassing every aspect of Londonium. I never thought I never thought I would get to know my own home again from this angle. It was only after reading that I realized that the city resistance began a long time ago, where the circus getting control of the city. It was the Londoners who still lived with it, who had, with their own accord, come together to make the city core function, irrespective of upbringing its status. They can even fail to see it with the process to the parliament. Seems a little far-fetched, but it doesn't make sense in a way. But I see how, I see how, I see other side feels during the war. We were able to get aside our differences, our own interests, in our struggle to survive. Now, though, I'm not sure. These are times that I can't even guard my own reason. I need someone to pull me back when you want it to be us. That was my problem with Catherine. It was you who now would give me a sword after all. Sorry. The war destroyed many things, but you need your help in order not to fall behind the changing times. Some of your ideas may create the headaches important but in the Academy of Science, but that's not just such a bad thing. Hehe. A city defense system that belongs only to us, automation that the Dukes have long ignored, and no deterrent for a post-Team Night era. Your help is needed in all of this. It must be for London Union, not for any individual. I don't deserve your trust, Fist. And in this parliament, it is kerosene. Said mention my policies again. If you see him, I've gone to lobby parliament for policies that will improve the condition of workers. The minute that we present from the Dukes is on this way. Things will get better once the suppliers are secure. Hey, who dares to take the Duke's cargo ship? I'll continue to come make it with the Duke of business in the city. We're here for you if you need any help. If I stand up, but then hesitate, he does not need to leave the room. Granny always scolded me for my Frenchies, but she said nothing the day I brought back the proposal for the future from the Initial Development Association. She retired from the lab soon after, claiming health issues. We like to dream about the future, Rina. We pulled through. The office was quiet. Rina stares at the mountain of paper on her desk, then turns on the radio. This is late afternoon today, citizen. My sister Speaker of Parliament, Alexandra Victoria, put her skull in his place. It was reported that the gentleman had intended to bribe the Speaker with his own selfish interest, which the Speaker is rejecting from the most direct manner possible. President Barry speaks highly of Speaker Victoria's charisma in belief that she. Anyway, I guess we'll find. I guess we finally learned to trust each other a little bit. Whenever you're confident that this barrel is safe enough for one person to manage, or that most of you have left Victoria, just as you said, was this? Was it some sort of trust when you have your little trinket in plain sight? This is a city full of homeless, desperate people. Who knows if somebody won't get ideas? Never said you're not part of the threat, of course. There are many people that remember Australian past. Go ahead, check everything, check everything on the list, and give it an special additional time. You said most of you left. What about 9 left, along with the many people for whom there is no place in the city? Our factories outside the city won't be affected, of course, and the roads for your farmlands will continue to be useful. You're going with them. London isn't a great place for infighting anymore. Isn't a great place to poke with too long than your irony. Give me a second. There. Sorry. When I was little, I was fascinated by the universe. in the storybooks. The palace and the gardens where the kings and the young prince lived. The adventure to be found in ways like factories. Now I found London is no different from anywhere else in Victoria. It's no place to make a home. I stay because everyone has to. And I like doing good. Honest works beside the achievement of the fact that I loved it today is not terrible. Really? I followed them because they saved my life. It's, I'm not like those who are ready to die or figured out how to die. Something worthwhile. Besides, in the end, it usually isn't worthwhile. Nobody deserves to die. You save a lot of lives. Thank you on behalf of the workers. Stop by a Highbury next time you're passing the pamphlet in the city. I'll see right through that disguise. There goes Chekhov. I'm off then. One more thing, Catherine. Go ahead. If the rocks hurt at night, I know shooting is to make you feel better. I think you know, our business doesn't work as well as the stuff from the big farmers. Yes, it may fool the other workers, but it can't fool me. Same for the most of the supplies you can get in London right now. I'm my age though. I don't have too many lucid days ahead of me, and I get you could say I've seen worse. One more day for my senses is one more thing I can do. That's plenty. Our men have tracked down Radio's hideout outside the city. Two major factories and two supply routes. Should we shut them down? No need. Based on all the available information, they're not a threat to the citizens of London. Mia says she has a personal reason to be worried for you, but she has admitted that they were a big help to us when they incited the citizens to report to do. As for the grey market, just make sure that we keep track of everything that's going on. Percival's not stupid. She knows what she's not supposed to touch. The Union is much diminished by that their members have left London quarters to monitor the situation. I will even go as far as to say that establishing contact with her at the private level is an option if there is consensus about improving the traffic situation. Understood. The contractor material union activity about taking direct action. I suppose I'm wasting you lot on this kind of work. Of course not, Lady Delphine. So the day we left of the wonderment ships to setting attention works as I focus on the settlement now. Do you miss the water of Lincoln? Mm-hmm. It's done. Oh no, I forgot this is the start. I'm so confused on them. Okay, they get those. Okay. Yes, I have you like here. Why did the music cut off again? God dang it. No, I'm not restarting it. I was distracted because it didn't have noise. Okay. Here. Mhm. What the hell is that? Muscular machinery. What if mystery that can equip up to 3 feet of gear will take you from other enemy regiment to all chase equip. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's little too much of enemies. Mhm. Okay, so not bad. Why did he do so much damage? Dude, and the last enemy even. What the hell? The last three. The damage was insane though. It's not cut off again. Here. Here. My duck there. And then is this. Have two of them there. Oh wow, actually she died. Come on. Come on, I pressed you. Who died? Oh yeah, I forgot. We died on Texas. Oh, I is this? Oh my god, I should have focused on him. Game one is not bad, but oh my god, your damage though. It hits hard. Mhm. Promise man, it's hard to believe that you're leaving, Lady Haley, after all the efforts it took you to return to this great city. But perhaps it's time you return to your father. But to turn on, well, maybe I'll go further than that. My father is not the only guy that I have in life. Your advice has gotten more enlightening, of course, such as your story of dinner with the convoy of the Earl of March. It is my pleasure to offer first-hand information to the aspiring novelist who is not involved in the political war, or perhaps I will write my familiar homeland of Toron into the story of this whole terrible war in London. Yes, it became painful to recall those shameful times, but some must remember the hero deeds was performed for the city. Heroic, right? Make sure we're all heroes. How about a love story? A girl from Victorian border falls in love with a young man who came on holiday, but the young man dies on the battlefield of London. In the end, though, the news of the young man's death turns out to be false. She returns to her side as a hero. A brilliant idea, Lady Headey. And love lost and found again. This song is empty, trampled by outsiders, but saved by our hand. Here in the Russian place, there is no wine on desert, and the candles don't burn as bright. The music remains much beautiful. By all means, join and dance. Leave, leave me on this balcony with the expression you're sublime. What about your friend here? Um, and I'm wishing for my father yet following with Victoria costume. Surely you will forgive him. Of course. Lady Heidi, is that right? Ah, I can show you around the place. No, we shouldn't bother you anymore than we already have. Thank you for the assist. This restaurant's wait no one. Next time you should come to the front door rather than the balcony though. Thank you for the offer, but I'm not interested in novel parties to be honest. Victorian novels politics was the first thing I studied before I came. I feel like your costume, your attitude towards the infected, even your dance steps. Signified whatever third-rate volatilist will cause of noble. How you asked this soldier why she brought you here? She didn't make me come here. I insisted on coming. I apologized, Lady Headey. He said he wanted to stay in the lobby and learn more about the infected problems, so I was taking him around in less than conventional ways sometimes. You can laugh if you want. You see how he is ended up at lying, concealing his stuff. But it fits the Bear Hut name, doesn't it? It is a representative of Bear Hut Medical. An inspector pretended to precede us. It's easy to recognize the people who are interested in the traffic problem. Less easy to see through the concentrated deception of nobility. Like how most of the people stepping into the dance floor are infected. That's to be expected if the truth at least. Okay, particles to the sarcasm, but not discriminating according to the social status, but nobody will say that out. Nobody asks if there's something unexpected. It's about appearance and a dream. Ace gets to the hall. There are halls and pillars where the container was glided, a testament to the looting during the war, but the passionate plan of the mission is almost enough to cover up the desolation. The self-proclaimed novelist opens the cap of her fountain pen and scribbles in a notebook. He call it meaningless self-concession at time, when basic livelihood is in question. No, not at all. There's a different way of living. What is that? The shadow of a synopsis. And a little circular formation. I would like you to take it. I have a feeling we'll meet again. So, thank you. If you don't mind me asking, do you see me holding onto some paint that is back against the stove? I'm just missing a friend of mine. Just one less person who will speak with me friendly now that she's gone. Parliament Office again. The Summit of Nations. The Latin is paying close attention to the event in Victoria. After all, this is just a concept by the sarcasm. However, the deception that you the Parliament have shown to the sarcasm question gave me in hope in the city revival. Of course, His Holiness sincerely wishes to build a bridge of peace on the nation of Terra in order to prevent another tragedy from happening. You're not only a helper of His Holiness, the Latin Pope, are you? I am but a humble messenger, here to deliver a message to you and the Parliament. Then please send my apology to His Holiness. I pray the kindness that he is demonstrated, but Parliament is not in a position to address matters beyond Londonium. Kali, inform the Dukes currently playing host to you that I am not going to lose Argentina in any captivity as on plans. Those who are visiting this Parliament nor myself. One day, of course, that's what missions are for. Already Iglia, he was on Duke's Gun battleship with the war, but never passed directly on behalf of Laterano. This act of this couldn't have a sweet tooth too. Yes, so we don't make much for him here in London. Special Parliament days off. Wanted to inhabit Latin messenger want to battleship with a group of refugees. He made up by placing his hand on his gun in order to convince the Duke to accept the refugees, and the scorching hot barrel gave him a blister in his own hand. Ha, it's out of nowhere. Is it important? Day off. Alright, a minute off. Now, which mission should I request? Everything reports on the article remit. Oh, fancy looking chair name. Another letter. She sighs and jumps into the pending bed. Nothing is this? Hey Vina, we got those robots. She's like, Vina, we got those robots you were on. It don't even listen. Targeted and fell our body patients come. You know what's even worse? We got a bunch of current wankers who wanted to join the ranks. It's a good job that you put the news clearly and then give them a chance to go. I wish we could go out and move around about. Don't worry, I'll get them extra punches for you. And I save you a share of thank you gift. Wait, you're not collecting protection money? When was the last time you had a candy since we got back to Victoria? Indra, the lad who got robbed since made himself a Rexo bar waffle. It's not like anybody like an almost kind of stick. He couldn't say he couldn't get it on a regular street. He's like, I put it as carrots, arguing slug fluids. I tried all them. They didn't show up enough. And sounds like a real pick me up. Can I try one? Sure, that's plenty. Are you okay with that? Fine, I've had words. How about you, speaker, do this? Yeah, what are you worried about right now? New laws, announcements, reports, any work you need us to do, especially the ones that involve reporting with you, you can do yourself. I even took a new lucky today. He's been on a straw, but I can teach him a few moves to defend himself. It's time for class coach rebuild. When we come back, and just scratches her head. She did not need her friends reporting the glance to realize she should not have asked it. She took glances across her desk where the mountain paper has been gone in. The thing walks behind her, holding it's time to give a public answer for the issues. The situation is this time that I've requested engineering team for Lombard soon will come home with a better than the way it was. You can go back to Linkard in the thing was taking care of this business. I have to skim this. After the class could get best film with this feature back to like a 9. Yes, I think I must go. I'm actually very much tired and I also gotta do some things tomorrow. So yeah, uh, this. I guess I wish you all a good day, a good night, and bye bye.